Okay, in these teams' last two meetings, Northern has been victorious over these Big Reds. PH should be coming out and looking to avenge those losses today, as this being the first district game.
Well, let's hope that they can hold their own against Northern. Northern's got a pretty good team, and PH hopefully will do a good job and get the job done and give us a good show today.
As you may know, the loser of today's matchup goes home, and they're done for the rest of the season. The winner will advance to the district finals to face an unknown team.
And both teams will be battling hard for that major victory. Chance to move on to and Northern is getting ready to kick off to the Big Reds of Port Huron High. Josh Bennett with the ball. Number 18. Both teams look pretty pumped today, Preston. They look like they're ready to put on a good show for us and battle hard for this win. And we do have a crowd congregating here at Lightfoot Fields today.
Yeah, let's hope that the weather doesn't kind of scare some of these spectators away to witness some good, exciting soccer today, Brian.
Well, they'll just miss a good show, that's all.
But of course, CPHS Cable Channel 6 will be broadcasting the game in full for any of you.
Snow, sleet, or hail will get the footage.
That's right. And we just might get that today. You never can tell with this Michigan weather.
That's right. If you don't like the weather, wait a few minutes and sure it'll change.
Okay, we're about set here for kickoff. Starting in net for Port Huron Northern is the keeper, Zach the
Polak.
Prince Polak.
And Adam Wallace is in goal for PH.
Our linesmen are Mr. East and Mr. Dennis, and our referee is Mr. Talmadge. Just about set here.
Game should be getting underway anytime now. Getting everything going, and
it's going to be interesting to see how both these teams come out. As I mentioned, Northern has been victorious over the Big Reds these last two times, and it's be interesting to see if that plays any kind of psychological advantage at all for either team.
that will, but you know, this win's going to be a big one for them. And Grace has the ball. Dribbles over to Noteman. Noteman taking it downfield. Kicks it into midfield. And it's out of bounds.
Okay, that'll be a goal kick coming up for the Big Reds. Nice pressure there by Northern right off the bat. Aaron Woods kicks it ahead.
And Kevin Smith gets the ball. It's out of bounds. And the ball's thrown in. And Joe Richard heads it into the field. Notman kicks it. Grace kicks to Bennett. Jeff Hepting with the ball against Jason McIntyre. McIntyre kicks it downfield.
That's a nice move there, McIntyre. Stuck that foot in there and stripped the ball clean.
Good ball work. And Aaron Young with the ball.
Oh,
Jason Fortin. And Grace going to get the ball. And it's,
nice job by the PH defense.
And the ball is saved by Adam Wallace.
Excellent job there by Northern's offense. Josh Bennett was right there to put a head on that and almost snuck it past Wallace.
And the ball is out of bounds. And the ball is booted down the field. Down after it. Zach Polak gives it a boot down the field. Jason McIntyre going after the ball with lightning speed. And it's a kick into the center field.
Bradley picks it up, fires a shot.
And the ball's out of bounds.
Okay, Young to take this goal kick. He sends it ahead. Over the head of Taché. Dennis controls for the Huskies. The ball is knocked out there by Kevin Smith. Throw in for Northern. Grace picks it up at midfield. Sends it to Bradley. Rosenau intercepts that pass. Oliaga sends it ahead. It's rejected though. Grace gains control again. He boots it to the wing for McIntyre.
And a nice save by McIntyre.
Bradley in the corner. He's working on Fochman in the corner there. Excuse me, Fochman's working on Bradley. Oh, I have a foul against Northern. That'd be a free kick for the Big Reds.
Northern. I know everybody in Northern.
Okay.
If you want to do PH.
Okay, Grace heads it over to Taché. Epley misses that header there. Jeff Miles. Nice chance there for the Big Reds. Miles just couldn't catch up with that ball, Brian.
Yeah, that was a tough one for him. Just couldn't quite get there in time.
Okay, well, that'll be a goal kick for the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Coming in, we have number 17, Matt Kenny. He'll be replacing Kevin Smith. Grace picks the ball up. Epley, nice give and go there by Grace and Epley. Rosenau steps in on that one, sends it ahead to Miles.
And Sean Dennis with the out of bounds there.
Okay, Jeff Hepting throws the ball in for the Big Reds. Josh Notman controls for the Huskies. He sends it ahead. Wallace is out of his net. That was a pretty risky play there by Wallace coming out and challenging for that ball.
Yeah, but he did a good job of taking control of the situation and getting the ball back downfield.
Good job by Wallace. Okay, we have a throw-in for Port Huron Northern.
Pete Epley.
Headed up in the air by Brian Bradley. He heads it again. Okay, Bradley controls now and lobs it up for Grace, who heads it. Fochman battles him along the sidelines there. Oliaga sends it ahead. Wallace is right there.
Oliaga, the top scorer for the Huskies this year. Hopefully we'll see some scoring by him today.
Good job by Aaron Young there. Head the ball away. McIntyre controls. He sends it ahead looking for Oliaga. But Young is right there and kicks it out of bounds. Good job by Young there. Nice read. Okay, checking in. We have number 12, Randy Pueller. He'll sub in for number 17, Jason McIntyre. Oliaga throws it in for Northern. Right there.
And that was a tough one for him. He just couldn't quite get there in time.
Wow,
Nice save there, though.
Nice opportunity there for the Huskies. Yeah, it was a nice ball movement there. Okay, the goal kick sent right back down in the PH zone now. Okay, Oliaga sends it to Bradley, who sends it to Notman. It's chipped over to Pueller. Good job by Fochman there. Stepped in and busted that play up. Taché sends it to the sideline. Fogarty sends it ahead. Collinage sends it ahead. Sent ahead by Grace to Oliaga. He drops it for Pueller. That pass is blocked. Good job by Miles. Put a foot in there. Send ahead to Grace now. Grace dribbles. He sends it over to Oliaga now. Nice job by Fochman. Once again,
out of bounds.
Fochman just sticks his nose right in that play.
Yep, he did a great job there. And the throw in. Oh, Epley with the ball.
Miles. Bradley steps in front of his pass. Superman Rosenaw takes the ball now. Sends it ahead. Looking for Kenny on the sidelines. It's knocked out by Taché.
Great intensity in the game so far. It's been a lot of hard work by both teams.
Richard sends it over to Notman on the sideline. Notman sends it to Grace. Rosenaw's taken down there on a vicious slide tackle there by Grace. Okay, Epley's battling with Miles in the corner. Cross. The Polish Prince snags that one though. He said, I won't have any of that here. Offsides there, and the Huskies got a little too anxious there and took off. Aaron Thunder Young boots it ahead.
And Zach Polak with the save.
Polak throws it out to Joel Richard. He sends it up the middle to Grace. Newberry steps in there. Notman gives chase. Oh, nice save there by Wallace.
Northern's been doing a pretty good job of keeping the ball away from their zone.
Ball sent ahead now. Going both ways like a pinball there, Brian.
Man.
Nice commentating by Brian.
Thank you very much, Kristen.
Here's a chance for the Big Reds, but it just rolls off
out
of
of
Miles'
bounds.
foot. Okay, checking in for
Northern R. Number 4, Sam McCarthy. Number 16, James Hayes. Number 10, Brian Gostinger. For Josh Bennett, Noteman.
Okay, checking in for the Big Reds, we have Scott. Okay, play goes on. That didn't work out too well. Pueller needs it ahead to Gostinger. Gostinger brings it down and gives it to Grace. Grace looks for the through ball to Gostinger, but Young is right there to break that up. Joel dribbles, looking for something, finds Gostinger in the middle. Good job by Francisco there to knock that away. Wallace gives chase, and he knocks the ball out of bounds.
Nice job on Wallace's part there. Good thinking and.
Yeah, as a goalkeeper,
agility.
you can't have hesitation to come out and once you commit yourself. And
Just got to do it.
he
Go for
hasn't
the
had
ball.
any hesitation thus far, and he's been fortunate not to be beat on either of those. But okay, we have Levi Banker checking in for Jeff Miles. Joel Richard tries to dribble in, but it's knocked out there by the PH defense. Nice move there by that was a nice little move there by Sam McCarthy. He's Northern moved a few players up from their JV roster, as did PH.
Yeah, they did. When
for
you're getting into
districts.
this time of the season, championship season, sometimes you need to bring up those few guys that can make it work.
Yeah, district rules allow a maximum of 25 players on a roster for the districts, so most coaches like to take advantage of that and add a few New Jerseys on the roster for districts. Why not?
Case of injury or other happenings that may come up.
Epley throws in for Northern. Hepting controls for the Big Reds now, though. Francisco kicks it ahead. Gostinger. He battles Rose now.
Joel Richard with the kick on the
Wallace
field.
comes out and makes an easy grab there. He punts it ahead. Brought down by McCarthy. Offsides on the Huskies. McCarthy's only a freshman. Look for big things to come for him in the next 3 years. He's one of the JV players that was moved up.
A lot of talent through both of these programs as far as the skills that they've acquired throughout the years and are developing now throughout the season.
Matt Kenny throws the ball in for the Big Reds. It's intercepted, though, by Joel Richard, who boots it ahead, but Hepting grabs that back for the Big Reds. That ball's going to roll out. That'll be a goal kick for the Northern Huskies. Checking in for the Huskies, we have Jason McIntyre, Nick Prevost, and Keith Kemp. And checking in for the Big Reds, we have Jason Fochman checking in for Francisco. Gostinger fans on that one a little bit. He's able to recover and send it to McIntyre, though. Nice hustle there by Hepting. That's a good job there by number 16, Jeff Hepting. He just kept battling and battling for that ball.
And what a battle it was.
Well said, Brian. Keith Kemp controls for Northern on the sidelines. He passes over to McIntyre. Nice shot by McIntyre. Nice loft there.
And nice save by Wallace.
Testing him early, Brian. It's crossed by Keith Kemp now. Hayes heads it. Epley picks it up though. A little bit of contact there. No harm done though.
Let's hope that the weather isn't affecting the players. It's getting a little chilly out here today.
McIntyre controls for Northern. He drops it back for Epley. Epley swings it over to Spider. Kemp controls now for the Huskies at midfield. He sends it ahead. McCarthy. Nice chance there by Northern, but we have a infraction on that play. PH might have caught a break there, Brian.
Yep, hopefully. And PH about to and coming in for Northern are Joel Richard, Josh Bennett, Noteman, Oliaga, Grace, Bradley, and Adam Stretchenrider.
Throw in for Northern at midfield. Taché to take this one. Joel Richard controls now. Lucky controls at midfield. He crosses it over to McIntyre, who leaves it for Oliaga. Good job by Fochman. Once again, sticking that nose in the play just to make the play. Stason Ryder throws it in to Grace. Now PH controls, however. Kevin Smith sends it to Banker. Good job by Sean Dennis. Step in that time. Okay, stepping in to take over for Brian Cartwright in the announcing booth, we have Okay, so stepping in the announcer's booth to take over for Brian Cartwright, we have Ed Scallion.
Hi,
Ed,
everybody.
how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Creston. How are you?
It's just peachy.
That's great. Life's grand.
Okay, Wallace picks it up. He punts it ahead now. Sorry about that little relapse there in the action, folks. A little bit of confusion
All right.
going on up
Joel
here.
Richard puts it ahead very nicely.
Bradley heads it over to McIntyre. Nice move by Hepting. Hepting battles both Northern players and comes out of there with a foul. Nice hustle by Hepting, Ed.
Very nice.
Okay, we have some subs coming in now for both teams. Excuse me, for PH.
Tracy Ryder chasing it down.
We'll have a throw in here for the Port Huron Northern Huskies.
Adam Stracenrider throws it way out.
He controls, he
Now Stracenrider
kicks it
puts
out of
it
bounds though. Bummer for Northern. It'll be a Big Reds throw in.
Sean Dennis chasing it down. Going close. Zach Bullock recovers.
Ooh,
Puts it
low
out.
kick there by Polak.
Sort of rolled off the tip of his foot. Didn't get much on it.
Here's a chance for PH. Oh,
Brian
nice
Bradley.
job by Brian Bradley.
All right, and Bradley still running with it. Passes it over to Jason McIntyre. Puts it up. Uh-oh, Matt Oliaga going up. He's shooting. He scores. All right.
Goal!
Oliaga on the breakaway. Who's beautiful.
1-0.
How'd you
Port
like that
Huron
one, Kirsten?
Northern.
Did you like that? Is that nice?
That was excellent there.
And the Huskies lead the game 1-0.
So the Northern offense just keeps pressing and pressing, and finally
Yeah, they're bound to get something through there.
that PH defense makes one little itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny mistake, and Northern capitalizes on it. That's the type of team Northern is, though, Ed.
Lots of teamwork.
Jeff Miles controls for the Big Reds now on the kickoff. Rose now sends it ahead. Miles heads it over to Smith.
Grace turns it around.
Grace picks it up. Oliaga's battling. Fochman. That's Oliaga's 10th goal on the season. Bennett picks the...
And goal by
Number 25, Josh
Notman,
Noatos Notman on the goal. Wow.
within a period of about 30 seconds. Northern brings in another one. Notman looks a little bit shaken out there.
Wow.
He's limping along, calls for a substitution by Justin Peschke, number 19. Now number 3, Derek Farquhar, comes in for Oscar Taché.
Okay, 2-0. Port Huron Northern all of a sudden. PH kicks off.
Oliaga chases it down. Oh. And it's
Stason
taken back by
Ryder.
Fochman.
Okay, we have a foul against Port Huron Northern now. That'll be a free kick. That'll be a direct kick, excuse me, for the Big Reds. Here's a opportunity now for the Big Reds to capitalize.
Number 20, Jason Fochman, looks in.
Aaron Young looks to have a shot, but fires just wide left of the keeper Polak on that one. Okay, so the Polish Prince will take his own goal kick. Sends it ahead. Grace loses control on that one. That'll be a Big Reds throw-in.
Number 7, Nate Grace, bringing it down the field. Interception. Grace puts it ahead to Bennett. Bennett puts it up to Oliaga. Oliaga's on a breakaway.
Oliaga.
And it's knocked
Here's the
away by
cross.
Fochman.
Low cross.
Bennett puts in the shot. No good.
Northern's pressing again. PH escapes.
Northern's doing a good job of keeping it up against the PH lines. PH really can't seem to get any good breaks on Northern.
Luckily, PH's iron defense is kind of holding them in there. They've been excellent all season. Throw in for the Big Reds. College heads it ahead. Rolls out of bounds, however. That'll be a throw-in for Justin Peschke and the Port Huron Northern Huskies.
Looks like Randy Pueller coming in for limping Jason McIntyre. Brian Bradley bringing it up the field.
Bradley
Hammers
sends it
to
ahead.
Bennett.
Bennett looks for Oliaga,
Oliaga
who
over
dishes
to
to the
Pueller.
wing. There's a chance for Pueller. Nice
Pueller looking for
cross.
it. Oh, so close. Nate Grace almost had a perfect header right into the net. But
Wow,
unfortunately, took a bad spin and went over.
Wow, what looks like a busted play. Almost turned into a little bit of poison there. That was a nice play by both Pueller and Grace.
The goal kick goes up.
Bennett
Josh Bennett
controls.
taking it back. Derek
Sends it-
Farquhar runs it down. Puts it down the middle. Intercepted by Fochman.
Joel Richard throws it in for the Huskies. Look, he finds Bradley. Fogarty was right there though, giving battle. Knocked that one off of a Northern player.
Looks like a PH throw-in rolls out of bounds. And Joel Richard tosses
Bennett
it in.
heads it. Good job there by Rosenau. Clears it ahead. Clears it out of bounds, excuse me.
Richard another throw-in. And Grace puts it up over his head.
Here's another chance.
Deflected by Bradley, off to Oliaga. Bradley
This is
wide
nice
open,
movement here.
Slides through. Grace almost had a shot.
Excellent movement, ball movement there by the Huskies. They're just controlling this game in the PH zone.
Bradley puts it up again to Richard. Farquhar comes in after it.
Peschke sends it ahead to Farquhar. It's deflected, however. Mike Farquhar is being replaced by number 25,
Josh Notman.
Noatos Notman. Bradley controls now for the Huskies. Rosenau battles and wins though for the Big Reds.
Bradley recovers. Andy Rogers puts it ahead.
Hepting,
Randy Pueller deflects. Fochman puts it right out of bounds.
Pueller throw in for the Huskies. He looks for Oliaga in the corner. Oliaga dribbling, drops it back to Pueller, who appeared to be trying to take a shot there, but he was being pestered by some Big Red defense.
Looked like a handball there on Rogers.
Rogers got
Wasn't
away
called.
with a serious handball there.
Heck yeah. Oh, Brett.
Nice boot by the Prince. Notman sends it ahead. Bennett gives chase. Shamir is battling right there too, and he just kicks it out for the first Port Huron Northern corner kick of the day. Number 18, Josh Bennett, to take this corner kick for the Huskies.
Bennett puts it long out there. Notman in there.
Josh goes up.
It's in. Is that in?
No,
No, it's
laying
out.
on top of the net.
All right, it looks like DJ Zai, Brian Gastinger, Keith Kemp, Oscar Taché, Sean Dennis, and Pete Epley are all going in.
And for the Big Reds, we have Matt Kenny and Barry Big Time Peters. checking in. This is a goal kick for Francisco and the rest of the Big Reds here. Scott Francisco to take this one. Headed back.
Notman puts a long header up.
Grace chips it up big time, brings it back down.
Notman with the ball. Puts it up there for Zybe. Zybe's got a clear shot. No good. Deflected off Fochman. Keep acting like I'm doing something wrong, then you tell me something else.
Number 20, Aaron Thunder Young checks in for Schmer. Excuse me, Schnur. The goal kick, low one. Gastinger intercepts. He battles with Rosenau, and Peters comes in to help. Rosenau out there. Okay, it's sent back over to Keith Kemp on the side, who dishes it over to Notman.
Notman it up the line.
Accelerates past the defense, chips it
It's in a
ahead.
shot. No good. Over the net.
There's a nice presence of mind there by number 10, Brian Gastinger, to still get a head off that ball, off that lob, which was low and fast. Number 20, Aaron Thunder Young, sends a long goal kick ahead. Sean Dennis clears it back. Foul by number 47, DJ Zybe. Young sends it ahead again. Jeff Miles there battles with Epley. Epley wins, but Jeff Smokey Hepting comes and clears that ball out. Number 20, Nick Prevost checks in for Nate Grace. Nate takes a well-deserved rest.
Pete Epley with the throw-in.
Rosenau.
Prevost.
Prevost strips the ball from Rosenau there.
DJ Zybe chasing
Given
up the
hard
line.
pursuit.
And just runs right by the guy.
Keith Kemp.
With a big dish. Up and, oh, Geistinger comes
Oh.
so close.
Wallace appeared to take a shot to the head there.
Looks like Geistinger put a cleat in his face.
Ooh, that had to hurt. Wallace appears to be all right, though. Wow. You know, in this cold weather, that really had to hurt.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Just pretty cold. Sean Dennis heads. And
We have a northern foul on that.
waiting for the call. Well, I gotta say, PH is not doing anything. Northern's just controlling everywhere. Aaron Young puts it ahead. And Polak, jumps in the air.
Oh,
Gets hold
Rosenau
of
was
that.
right there battling. Almost won that from Polak.
Sure did. Keith Kemp chasing up the line.
Good job by Newberry there.
Runs over the ball. Josh Notman recovers. Puts it up ahead to DJ Zybe. Zybe falls on the ground.
Good job by Epley there, who deflected Jeff Miles' pass.
Zybe going in. Nope, runs past again.
Randy Peeler picks the ball up
Peeler
now.
puts it back to Epley. Epley, interception from Miles. Notman puts it up ahead to Zybe again. Zybe runs past.
Get up.
And it's shot back to Epley. Randy Peeler comes chasing down,
Hepting fires a shot.
and Polak recovers.
Yeah, that's what PH needs to do. They need to start firing a few more shots on Polak.
Yeah, they're not putting enough effort into this game. PH has a good team, but just don't have the heart.
Aaron Young sets up for the free
big
kick, sends it ahead. Matt Kenny acts like he's gonna put a head on the ball.
Sean Dennis just hammers it up. Ball takes a dive out of bounds. I'd say our cameraman Brian Cartwright's doing a fine job.
Checking in for Northern, we have Schneer and Fochman. Jeremy Rose, here's an excellent chance for Big Reds, and Jeremy Rose now takes this one. He lobs it up in the middle.
It's deflected off his own man. Nick Prevost, ball stolen from him.
Oh, nice move by Hepting.
Pueller gets run over.
Wow,
Prevost
Hepting's
bringing
really
it up.
pulling some skills out today.
He is.
I didn't think he had it in him.
Maybe they do have heart.
Number 20, Nick Prevost sends it ahead. Gostinger's tripped up right at the edge of the box.
Looks like he could be having a penalty shot. It is.
Nope. The referee rules it was just, it's right at the top of the box, Ed.
I'm sorry. I digress.
It's all right. We'll forgive you for that one. Here it is, Gostinger.
Gostinger puts it up and way over.
Gostinger chokes.
Gastinger's been doing very good this year. So one bad play out of a couple. It's not too bad in soccer, especially under these cold, frigid conditions.
Yeah, considering he's only a sophomore too, Ed.
Yep, and not to mention towards the end of the year last year, he was placed up on varsity team from JV. That's pretty impressive for a freshman. Sean Dennis puts it up.
Yeah, I'm sure all these players that have been moved up for this district game for both teams are pretty excited.
Yeah, it's a great honor and pleasure to get the honor of going on varsity.
Okay, Collinage, Banker, and Peters checks in for Miles, Rosenaw, and Kenny.
Andy Rogers waiting toward the bottom. Big head, stops it. Sean Dennis.
Nice communication there on Northern's defense. They're out
Sean
there
Dennis
talking.
just ran down PH's man.
Goal kick for Northern.
Zach Polak. Puts it deep.
Boots it ahead for Kemp. Kemp heads it over to Nick Prevost.
Prevost.
Rogers
Cross to
controls.
Rogers. Pueller puts the ball back, right past the ref. Almost hit him in the head. Notman.
Fogarty battles Notman and Kemp on the sidelines. Checking in is number 13. 16, Brian Foltz. For number 7, Jason Newberry. Oh, there's a chance there for the Big Reds.
Zach Polak puts up a big old boot.
Polak came up big again. Oh, that was an excellent chance there by the Big Reds.
Notman puts it way out there. Ahead to Zybe. Zybe whiffs.
That would be a foul on Zybe.
I think it was a high kick. Almost clipped number 16 in the head.
It's a rough game, Ed. As we've already seen, the goalie's already been kicked in the head.
Yep. It's
Prevost carries it. That'll do it for the first half. Port Huron Northern jumped out to a quick lead.
2-0. Goals
Two-
by Josh Notman and Matt Oliaga. It was quite impressive the way they hustled their way through and put it to the Big Reds butt good.
So anyway, that'll do it for our first half here in our first district game. You're watching CPHS Cable Channel 6, and we'll be back for the beginning of the second half.
Hello, it's the Kako. Okay, welcome back to the second half of the Port Huron High soccer game for districts. The score once again is 2-0. Northern leads. Scoring for Northern is Matt Oliaga and Josh Notman.
PH will be kicking off to Northern this half.
Okay, and I'm your commentator, Ed Scallion, and
Matt Foltz.
we got Matt Foltz here. Okay, and it looks like everybody out there is pretty cold. It's about 2 degrees out here today. Actually, it's probably closer to around like -2. And not much is going on.
Yeah, we're
So
just
get
waiting
the-
for the referees to give them the call.
Go ahead signal. We got the Northern coaches over here talking about what they're gonna do, trying to figure out how they can put it even harder to PH. But I think the PH coaches have them ready. I think PH will get some goals this half.
Lined up to take the kick is Jeff Miles and Brian Collins.
The referee calls it, and the go ahead. Josh Bennett takes it away. Number 18, Bennett, bringing it up. He's got a breakaway and just kind of kicks it lightly.
Wallace
Into
with the
Wallace.
beautiful leg save.
Wallace puts it way out.
Josh Fogarty misses that kick.
Bennett puts it up again.
Over
He
the
should've-
net.
He put it pretty far.
It'll be a goal kick for PH. Adam Wallace. No, Joshua
Jeremy
Rosenau.
setting up for the goal kick. Rosenau winds up, puts it out, and it's intercepted by Bennett again. Bennett's just really active. Nate Grace had hold of it, lets it go. Number 9, Pete Epley, puts it back down to the PH side. And Brian Bradley recovers.
Jeff Miles plays it ahead. Jeff Hepting to throw it in. Long throw to Brian Collins. Collins takes it down the sideline. Crosses to Jeff Miles, who misses.
Sean Dennis
Matt Kinney in
taps
there.
it. Zach Polak puts it way out, half field.
Jeremy Rosenau going
Comes
back.
Matt Oliaga up the middle. Loses it to Rosenau. Jason McIntyre puts it right back. Bennett with the ball. In comes number 4.
Jeff Hepting racing back. And it's played out of bounds. It'll be another goal kick. Fochman lined up to take the kick. It's a boomer. Through the legs, Jeff Miles to Brian Collins, who plays it out for Jeff Miles down the sideline, who stops.
Pete Epley stops it.
Jeff
Here comes Jason
Hepting comes into the
McIntyre
middle to
just
help out.
sliding away. Sean Dennis going aggressively. Over to McIntyre. McIntyre up to Grace. Grace puts it ahead. Bennett with it again.
Jeremy Rosenaw.
Bennett's just wigging out
steal.
on PH.
The through ball is intercepted, but Brian Collins comes back.
Dennis puts it up
Fogarty
between
up.
Bradley's legs. Joel Richard puts it way down there. Off Fochman's head, bounces back toward the PH end.
Jeremy Rosenaw runs over a player for that one. The goalie cannot pick it up. Adam Wallace. There is a penalty called on the goalie for bringing it into his net and picking it up. That is a major boo-boo for PH. The kick. Right in front. It's a boomer, but goes wide. It'll be a goal kick for PH.
All right, Wallace is going to set up for that goal kick. Rosenau, ready. Sets it. The windup. And
the
he
kick.
delivers. Little baseball terms there for you.
Kevin Smith puts it up, but it's intercepted.
McIntyre.
Jeff
Fiddling.
Miles takes it away.
Pete
and
Epley.
plays it down the sideline. Out of bounds.
Miles
Northern
put it
ball.
right between Epley's legs. Couldn't do much after that. McIntyre getting ready to toss it in. Josh Notman goes in for
Sam.
Sam McCarthy. The throw in.
Headed by Jeremy Rosenaw.
Randy Pueller now goes in for Jason McIntyre.
The
Pueller's
play-
shown some real hustle this game.
The players seem to be affected by this cold.
It's the balls that put into Pueller. Oliaga going up for the header.
Fochman.
No good, but turns it around and recovers anyway.
Fogarty to Jeff Hepting. Jeffrey
Epley
Miles.
takes a spill. And it looks like Notman. Brett Schnurr puts it up ahead. Oscar Taché whiffs. And Josh Notman chases down, but the ball goes out of bounds. Now watch Notman's throw here. He's got huge throws. That one wasn't too big. And Wallace gets hold of the ball. Wallace puts out a huge punt. Miles going in, misses. Schnurr deflected off Schnurr's leg, back to Notman. Brian Bradley with the ball. Back to Joel Richard. And Notman bringing it down the middle.
Brett Schnurr gets back.
Grace, no good. Schnurr with the ball again. Notman attacks, and Schnurr puts it out of bounds.
Well, we have a Northern throw-in.
Northern corner kick. And it looks like Josh Bennett will be taking this kick. As PH sets up to hold them back. Bennett puts it into Grace. Grace back to Bennett.
Bennett.
And
Good
Rosenau
cross
is
by
there to
Bennett.
stop the
Over the net.
forward go ahead.
We have a substitution for PH. Gregory Fowler, the backup goalie, is going in for Barry. Levi Banker's going in for Jeff Miles, and Craig Heimbach is going in for Kennedy.
Rosenau is now set up for the goal kick. kicks it. It goes down. Notman there to stop it. Notman bringing it down the middle. Notman fires. It's in! Notman with the goal. All right.
That deflection just killed
That's
the
two for
goalie.
Josh Notman.
Nothing Wallace could do there.
Looks like Northern is reveling in its goal. PH desperately needs to get some goals here. They need to step up on their defense and their offense.
I think you're right, because this is a single elimination tournament. Whoever's out is gone.
Time's running out for PH. They don't have much time left, so they better get moving.
Brian Collins.
Pete Epley puts it ahead into the PH zone. Matt Oliaga bringing it down. Oliaga on the sidelines.
It's Randy Pueller.
Notman's there. Bradley bringing it in. No.
Good save by Wallace. Booming kick to Greg Fowler.
Oscar Tachet's waiting there. Notman again.
Craig
Gets hold of
Heimbach
it.
gets stripped.
Notman's just dominating on offense.
Wallace comes out on
And
the
Wallace
risky
with a
play.
spectacular save. He came way out of net to slide on that bad boy. Wallace, he
With a bad kick.
weird there.
But he
And
keeps it in.
Greg Fowler tries for the header, takes a tumble. Going in for Northern soon will be DJ Zeib, Keith Kemp.
It's a
Brian
goal
Gassner,
kick.
And James Hayes.
Brian Fochman going in for Joshua Fogarty, and Jeff Miles going in for
Here goes in Gastinger, Hayes,
Greg Fowler.
Kemp, and Zeib.
Miles.
Kemp's
Strip.
there. Hayes back to Kemp. Kemp puts it ahead for Hayes. Hayes running up the side.
Jeremy Rosenau breaks it
Rosenau
up,
just
though.
Stops him. Dead in his
Rosenau
tracks.
out of bounds.
Kemp with the throw in. Into Grace. And James Hayes is running back.
Jeremy Rosenau takes the ball, sends it down the sideline, but
Kemp chasing down the ball. Kemp on three. Three tries to tackle him. Kemp says,
the referee is getting out his yellow card and throwing Brian Collins out of the game for 10 minutes. He will take a seat, and Matt Kinney will come in for him.
I'll remind you the score, 3-0 Northern. Goals by Matt Oliaga and 2 for Josh Notman.
I think that's just frustration. He's a freshman, and
Kemp
he just
waiting
wants
for
to
this
do
penalty
so
kick.
well.
Kemp with the kick. Puts it in. Bradley goes for it. Taken away. Zeib slips on the ball.
Penalty against Northern. Jeremy Rosenau will get a free kick here.
Rosenau's been dominating for PH, though PH itself has not been quite dominating. They really need to step up on their defense
Josh
and their offense. I think what PH's midfielders need to do is put it up there just so
Fowler takes the
the
ball.
forwards can get a couple of kicks in there. Fowler chasing down Tachet.
Out of bounds.
No good.
Substitution. Kevin Smith for Barry Peters. Craig Heimbach with the throw in. The throw in is to Fogert.
Just drops
Fochman.
it back to Fochman. Grace off the top of
Jeff
Grace's head.
Miles puts a big boot down.
Back to Sean Dennis. Sean Dennis just flings it up there.
Jeff Miles with the header. Jeff.
And Brian Bradley bringing it down. Loses it.
Ooh.
Keith Kemp stops him dead in his tracks.
Jeremy Rosenau gets back. Sends it down the sideline.
Oscar Taché is waiting there for Northern. To Hayes. Hayes puts it back in. Bradley with the ball.
Greg
Gets it too far
Fowler.
ahead. Lost it to Fowler.
Greg
Taché
Fowler
takes
hits
it
the
from Fowler now
turf.
after Fowler trips up. And Bradley
Played
got
out
the
of bounds
flicks off
by
Bradley's
Fowler.
legs. Or Fowler's legs, I'm sorry. Bradley throw